Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tardis Zone live on this Sunday evening. As you can see, there's no title to the stream because I can't decide whether we should continue on with our watch-alongs, which is The Empty Child and the Doctor Dances tonight, or whether we should do the Zygon two-parter that's actually happening right now. I will say I have listened to some of the Osgood video, but I couldn't actually get the whole way through it. But it is Peter Capaldi, so it's up to you guys. So I leave it to you guys in the chat to decide whether we're doing the Peter Capaldi two-parter tonight or we're going to continue with their schedule and we're going to do the Doctor, the Empty Child, the Doctor Dances. So let us know. I've sent Rabbi the link, so he should be with me in quick time. So yeah, it's up to you guys. So let me know in the chat. Do you want the Zygon two-parter? Do you want us to do that? Or do you want us to continue on what we've been doing, which is to do Christopher Eccleston? The Empty Child and Doctor Dances is amazing, says Garbage. Well, as I said, because I can't make up my mind, I'm being honest, I was kind of gearing towards doing the Peter Capaldi one, then I threw on the Osgood video, and I'm actually regretting that decision right now. But The Empty Child, the Doctor Dances, because I can't stand Clara. The Empty Child, Doctor Dances. Blue Bonnet says, it doesn't matter to me. Charlotte says, I'm happy either way. Spitfire Mark A1, 1A, I should say, says, The Empty Child, please. I vote The Empty Child as in the Zygon. Okay. And we got our guest with us, Rabbi. So welcome everybody to the Tardis Zone live, the Empty Child, the Doctor Dances, the live stream discussion, whatever you want to call it. Okay, everybody has spoken. Listen, I was having doubts because obviously I do know Rabbi likes the story. I do like it myself, I have to be honest. And yesterday I said no, I wasn't going to do it, and then today I was a little bit more. But then I see
it's a really nice. Then I see the Osgood, isn't it? That's
Osgood video. And listen, don't watch the Osgood video. Don't do it to yourselves.
I haven't seen it yet. What is it?
What?
What is it? Is I sort of like a Skype thing? I was like,
just go and watch it. Just go and watch it, right? I
watch it like tomorrow.
By the way, they know the Doctor is female now.
Oh, okay, fine.
Apparently, Jodie Whittaker's sending them text messages.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Cheryl literally was watching it with me, and we were a minute and a half in, and she just walked away. And she loves Osgood. So
listen, look, I mean, I don't mind Osgood. I don't mind her. I certainly don't think she's as cute and wonderful as they think she is. Yeah, I think she's kind of like, yeah, fine. Kind of annoying, but I'll live with her.
Yeah. Right.
The whole like her being a fangirl, wearing the scarf and the question mark lapels. I just find that annoying. It's not endearing. It's not even the right stuff. It's like there's still a little bit wrong.
Yeah.
So like I just whatever. She's much better on audio.
There's something wrong with her audio. Yeah, the audio's been playing up. It was playing up yesterday.
No. I'm saying Osgood. Osgood is better on audio.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. I don't really care for the character. I never did really. So
yeah, it's like it was. Yeah, it was a silly joke that they just kept playing. Over and over again. So fine, whatever. I don't really care.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, you were good in the show, but this video is just cringe. It's another level of cringe. It's just like, stop it already. We get it, right? Doctor Who's gone woke. You don't need to do it. You didn't. You know, you've proven your point, right?
Yeah,
You've
okay,
proven your
yes,
point.
you can.
It's overkill now, and this is why I don't like them. It's overkill now. They just can't leave it. Look, you ran the show into the ground. Congratulations. You know, you made sure that Doctor Who was the most woke program on television. Congratulations. You don't need to keep hammering messages home to us, right? If you're gonna do a little video like that, yeah, we want to be entertained. All right. I was not entertained. I'm sick of it. That brings me to last night, by the way. Last night I was highly entertained. I would like to thank everybody, and I mean everybody, including you, Rabbi, everybody that took part in the chat, Philip Morris and all the other guys that took part as well. I want to thank you all. The stream has done very well. We've got over 500 views for a classic watch along, which doesn't normally happen, right? But the chase is going to be promoted now for the next. I'm going
right.
it is now next week. So
thinking about that.
Big.
I thought for a hashtag. What's the name of that episode?
I was going to say hashtag the chase is on. A little play on Bradley.
No, I was going to go through for. What do you think about hashtag flight through eternity? Because that's the title for episode 3, and it kind of describes what the story is. The chase is on is good as well. The chase is on pretty cute. I'm not sure. I go either way. See, I like yours because it's very good, but I like mine because it's mine. So you know, I am very biased. I should never be my own judge. So I'm always very favourable to me.
Right, I better get set up because I'm not set up yet. Hold on.
Well, no, I was getting set up. Oh, I went to watch The Confidential. Nah, I forgot. Never mind.
The Doctor dances the empty child, yeah?
Yeah, so, you know...
the empty child, the Doctor dances. We might as well do the 2-parter, to be honest with you.
Oh, man, really? Oh.
Yeah, because, Cheryl, look, there's no point to just do one part and leaving that cliffhanger. We might as well just do the 2 of them. It's a 2-parter. We might as well do the 2-parter.
Okay, then.
Come on now, don't be slacking.
I was really psyched for it doing it one part and then waiting a week. I wanted that original experience again.
If we were gonna do the Peter Capaldi one tonight, they were showing 2 parts tonight.
Yeah, no. I know that, but I was enjoying doing it in real time, having that week between episodes. That was like, it was, whatever you want to do. But I really kind of like, I was enjoying that kind of experiment.
Hold on, what am I doing? I'm just laughing at you right now.
We're all holding our breath for the judge.
I'm just laughing here because, you know, but you'd watch the 2-parter with Peter Capaldi tonight.
Yeah, I would actually. Yes, I would. Yes, I would do that. Yes, 100%.
So just pretend. Listen, I gave you the choice even before we come on. I even asked.
I know. I wanted
I'll go with you, and you said it's up to you.
I'm saying I'll do whatever you want. When do I not do that? Come on.
I know, but I was giving you the opportunity to say, no, I really want to do this, no. Right?
Listen, if you ask me my preference, my preference would have been to do the Empty Child tonight and Doctor Dances next week. If you ask me that's really what it. But it's not such a big deal. You know, I'm kind of mellow about it. I'm kind of happy. Whatever. Either way, that's why I said whatever you want to do, Matt. I'm cool.
Right. Well, hold on. I have to go back up to season 1. Sorry. Right. So the Doctor dances. Here we go. Oh, the Empty Child. Why do I keep doing
Empty Child is the first one.
Yeah. Right. I've got it at the BBC credit thing. Hold on now.
Hey, one second. Let me get the.
No, you're grand. I'm cooking Cheryl's dinner as well. I'm trying to multitask.
Yes. It's not good for men to do that. Men often make disasters when we multitask. Like right now, I'm trying to get it into the right position on the TV, I'm 29 seconds in. So how am I going to wind that back? I'll do it this way.
What? You're 9 seconds in. It doesn't matter. Hold on.
No. There, get fine. Okay, I'm ready to go. Whenever you are, I'm ready to go.
Right.
Locked and loaded, baby.
Just give us a second. I just want to make sure that there's no, you don't hear any sounds now because I don't want to get done for copyright.
Right.
Where's my earphones? Damn. No, I'll get more organised.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Starfield at the first frame. Not a very good Starfield. I'm surprised. Really? Wow. Kind of ropey CGI. When you pull that CGI at the beginning, wow, it's really kind of ropey. I'm surprised. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm looking at the ambulance with it flying through space. And again, wow, it's a bit dull. You know, it's a bit of a dull design.
Right. I'm just ready now, folks. Hang on. I just have to give Cheryl a shout there, and then we're ready to go.
So I had a disturbing thought when I was reviewing this earlier today. I thought I could really see Jodie doing a lot of these lines the same way. And it kind of blew my mind because I think Jodie I couldn't stand it, and Eccleston I don't mind. I like him. So I think it's sincerity in the role is a difference. No, it's just attaching the electrodes to the testicles so we can rev up the machine.
Get the fuck.
So you can maximize the pleasure through the episode. Right. Nothing happened. Everything's cool. Nothing went down while you're away.
Right, he's ready. I'm just going to start, right? And if I go off for a few minutes, Rabbi will just continue the chapter because I'm in the middle of cooking my dinner.
Oh, okay. I actually had to go off for about a minute in about 8 minutes' time.
Right, no.
I'll be right back.
Right. In 5, what are you? How many seconds are you in?
I'm 4 seconds in. You just tell me when.
Right, well, hold on because I want to be 4 seconds in. Right, there we go. Right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play, everybody.
Yeah, but let me just turn the sound down more. Bit of a move emergency going down there. I'm sure get my camera on or off if I'm turning this way. I got to do this to see the TARDIS. I do like the lighting of the TARDIS. Tell him, absolutely marvelous. I really love this TARDIS. The playset's wonderful. The playset's absolutely divine. I printed up some extra walls for it, so it goes more like 180 because so you can see into it. And then I got was it Journey's End? All the companions around it being reenacted. But I digress. Move alert, and they're heading to Earth. What's it? I think blue is back in time and red is forward. I think. Anybody knows? Let me know. I
don't care what anybody says. That's still the best opening sequence for New Who.
You know what? I got a controversial opinion. I think one of the later Matt Smith ones, I really like that one. I think it was the Clara one.
Yeah, the Matt Smith one's alright. It's just the music I didn't, the Matt Smith theme tune is good as well, actually. It's alright, but I prefer this one.
Yeah. I do like the feeling of them like just making it up as they went along. They're trying to invent how they did this television. A lot of it's got the feeling of the visual feeling anyway of a contemporary cop drama. you know, or like with flashes of period drama thrown in. But that is everything is like whatever what you've seen on British television, just really, and then stretch way beyond the max. Billy Piper in her Union Jack teacher. So yeah, there's so much in this first 20 minutes. It's so painfully contrived, but I kind of like it anyway. Like, yes, of course she's wearing a Union Jack t-shirt because of course she's going to be dangling off a balloon. Yeah, because we've seen it in the trailer coming soon trailer next week. And I tell you, Rose is a very interesting companion. Rose is essentially Shameless meets Doctor Who. She's a terrible person. Oh my god! Like the whole thing with Mickey that they're going to deal with this week, it really freaked me out. Like she was like basically dumped Mickey unless she was fancied, hooking up with him. Now this is where we get into total contrivance. Okay, so you actually wouldn't get this after season 1 either. Until season 11, where she was looking for the kid and trying to get up. I just feel it's interesting. I just feel a lot of the things I don't want to use the word immaturity. I think immaturities. A lot of the immaturities of this era are very similar to a lot of the problems with the Whittaker era as well. They're not the only problem. I think that's just a strand of problems. But it's interesting because they're both just learning how to do this show for the first time. Of course, it makes sense that one was learning how to do it and the other not. It makes sense that this production team was just learning how to do Doctor Who because they were inventing it. Chibnall's production team just said, "Oh, let's throw everything out and start again." It's incredible. They're making exactly the same mistakes that this first season did.
Russell finding his feet as well. Remember that as well.
Yeah, exactly.
He knew Doctor was serious too, but he was still finding his feet as a writer himself.
Exactly.
I love this part though when he asks.
Yeah.
If you want to put the subtitles on, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, okay, this whole bit of getting Billy Piper to dangle from the barrage balloon is a bit silly. It's a bit silly, but listen, this is as contrived as Sylvester McCoy's cliffhanger from Dragonfire. Was it part 1 where he's like, I'm just going to hop over the side of this cliff for no apparent reason and hang off my umbrella? Which didn't make sense in the script, by the way. The production line couldn't achieve the effect, unfortunately.
We're watching The Empty Child, and Daniel, this was a pretty scary episode, especially if you were a kid.
Yeah, there was a sound effect at the end that they had. I think I can't remember if they removed it on the repeats, but I think they kept it in on the DVD, or maybe I can't remember. Which is when the Doctor transforms into a gas mark person. There's this layer of crunching bone that's removed from the repeats because it was too horrific.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, this is really cool. It's so super incredibly cool, but it's a bit silly now, isn't it?
I know it is. Yeah, this whole scene's ridiculous.
And she's wearing a Union Jack t-shirt and dangling. It's just funny.
But it's a nice shot. You see the whole of London.
Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember the Confidential. They talked about doing this whole rendering of it, this digital rendering. Yeah, I really love to talk about Chris Eccleston about what he was thinking with his choices, with his acting. Yeah, I really just think it was all about this character, the Doctor, finding out, trying to surviving post-traumatic stress and trying to work out who he is again.
Yeah, the phone ringing is brilliant here.
Yeah, it's classic.
Because there was a big deal made out of that, especially in New Who, that the phone and the TARDIS was ringing.
Right. Well, I think. Well, I'm assuming that after this they plumbed it in to like the because they had the era.
The thing about this episode is that you well believe that you've been transported to World War II.
Yeah, no, they realised it beautifully. Although they thought they were going to save money making the monsters gas mask people.
Yeah.
Because they thought, we'll just go buy the gas masks.
Yeah.
They didn't realise you couldn't buy them. You had to go make them.
And then it turned out to be the best thing that they ever did.
Yeah. So again, yeah, I can kind of see Jodie Whittaker having exactly the same type of line, but I can't see her delivering it in a convincing way, because I think it's just down to respect for the role. I mean, firstly, it's not really fair. Like Eccleston is an incredible, towering talent, whereas Whittaker is like, yeah, best soap actress. To be honest, I know, fair. She can make a living. She can work in rep. But she's no, yeah, Eccleston is a towering talent. You know, so that's the first. The other thing is, I just think his fundamental respect for the role, which I don't think she has.
Yeah, I agree. It's just another role.
Right. She's not even that. I think she more enjoys taking the role away from people rather than having it. Hey, no, I'm gonna be back in 2 minutes. Okay.
No problem. I love this fella.
I love
giving him an out. Get in. It's a bomb, man. Look at the bleeding state of the shelter. It's gas. Good story, but yeah, I like Christopher Eccleston in this because he gets a bit jealous. Obviously, when Captain Jack comes on the scene, you know, because Rose is talking to him, can you not give me a bit of Spock? You know, I loved that line years ago. I have to say that was a little Trek reference in Doctor Who. I thought that was good. Yeah. Which episode do you prefer? This one or the second one? I actually think they're both quite good. Yeah. What?
Very, very young looking Captain Jack Harkness, right?
I know.
So young.
I know.
And, you know, much more omnisexual than he became. And like, he really just, I don't know, you really can't only ever saw him with men. But here he's like, yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, I mean, in Torchwood, they expand on that whole story as well. You get to find out how he. Oh, I better not spoil it for people. But there's an episode in Torchwood called Captain Jack Harkness, and if you haven't seen it,
oh, great episode.
You should watch it. It's a great episode. Rabbi is right. It's one of the best Torchwood episodes, actually. Very heartfelt episode. You know.
So apparently all this is real with the urchins coming out during air raids, the runaways and stuff. That was like a real thing.
But you know what? Here's the problem I have with the old Captain Jack Harkness storyline, though. Right?
What?
Because in Torchwood, right, it actually shows him as a kid, and his mother and father call him Jack, right? His brother gets lost, and obviously, if you watch Torchwood, his brother makes a reappearance, right? But you kind of get the background of Jack, right? So he's real. I just don't. I don't get it. I mean, was he
there are like a few explanations. It would be like his name was Jack, and just happened to find he took the name of somebody else called Jack.
Yeah,
That's one way you could go with it. Or you could say when he became Jack Harkness, he had that name implanted into his memories. So if anybody ever read his memories, which is something I think you would have to watch out for, right? Any dealt with a telepath, if they read his memories, they'll see him being called Jack when he was a kid, when his name was really, let's say his name was Peter, right? And so they took the name Peter every time. They're like a find and replace Peter for Jack, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
There's lots of explanations. I like this. Okay, he looks so young.
Yeah. Oh, Jack.
I would love him to do a watch along with this episode because it was the first one.
I know, yeah. I like Jack.
Yeah.
Actually, we like John Barrowman anyway.
Who can't like John Barrowman?
I know. Look at him there.
I know.
Jesus, Billy Piper hasn't changed. Well, her face has gotten a bit thinner. Because they're all about their weight loss nowadays. Oh, by the way, kind of unrelated, but it's a former Doctor Who cast member. So apparently, as you know yourselves, Disney is
oh yeah, I heard this too.
Yeah, is looking to reboot the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, and Karen Gillan is the front runner to play the female version of, I don't know, Captain Jackie Sparrow.
I can't believe they're going to have her play Captain Jack. I think they have her play another pirate to be like headline the franchise.
Hope so, because that'll work.
Yeah. She's got the chops, and she deserves a break. I'd love to see her get it, and I'd love to see a bit of success. She stayed really, really, really like grounded. She just had a movie that came out that she directed. And it's like a really small, quiet indie movie. It's nothing special. It's just nice. I've really appreciated her career, and I'm happy to see her succeed. Plus, I think she'll be good as a pirate, don't you?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if they're looking at the episode, the Doctor Who, where she actually put on a pirate costume.
Oh, right, exactly. I bet they did.
Look, shouldn't call it Pirates of the Caribbean for starters. If they want to do a female reboot, because everybody wants Johnny Depp back. Right? That's who we want back. Well, he was dismissed unfairly, so he deserves another crack at the role. Reboot it with Johnny Depp.
He was in all of them, wasn't he?
Well, he was in 5 of them now altogether, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one was always the best movie. The rest were, nah.
Exactly.
Like the second one had potential, but then it went off on its own. And then the third one went to
it got too big, and then
the third one
bigger and bigger, and it got too big for its own good. But I love the way the Doctor showed up when they were passing the turkey around just now.
Yeah,
it's a really nice. See, this is where I really see him becoming a Doctor, becoming his Doctor. I would just have loved to have seen what he did with it with another year.
Yeah, true.
I really would have wished to have seen what I love to see where he was going with the character.
Well, Nancy's not happy.
All right, I don't want to leave that alone, whatever it is.
Yeah. Are you my mummy?
A fantastic monster. Just a great monster. And you know what I love about this monster? It's a monster, like it's a one-off monster. It's a one and done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so great that you have something that great and just use it once.
This is the episode where Moffat writes the line, "Rose, everybody lives."
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, next episode.
Yeah. Not this episode.
Yeah, I meant the story.
Right.
Well, yeah.
And it's a real Doctor Who idea as well. It's just like this like alien intervention causing havoc somewhere in this like historical setting. It's such a Doctor Who idea.
Yeah. Oh. Nancy would have been a good companion, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Well, she's very resourceful.
Exactly.
I mean, think about it. This is World War II. Most of the kids were sent down the country. And here she is.
Right.
And there would have been people like that, young mothers and
Right.
staying in London because, unfortunately what happened was, though, when a lot of the kids were sent down the country, a lot of them were abused. So...
Right, and that's why they ran away and came back,
Right.
lived in the streets of London instead. Yeah, they spoke about it just now. Stephen Moffat's big into the turning around and not there thing. It's twice in 5 minutes.
Yeah, but this was good. And I do love his facial expression when he decided to open the door.
Right.
Oh,
He
there
seems
he
to
is.
get younger with every scene, doesn't he, Captain Jack?
I'm glad he didn't turn out to be a one-off character.
Oh yeah. Well, no, he was always meant to be to come back. See, Russell Davis wanted one character, like a Harry Sullivan character, but when it came time to like bare arms, would.
But what I like about Jack's character development, though, when we first see him, he's a bit of a rogue. We find out then he's a bit of a thief, but he redeemed himself very quickly.
Right, exactly. Yeah, like she's totally ready to ditch Mickey and jump in bed with Jack here. Like, I don't like. This is really not a very good person.
Nope.
Yeah, I keep saying this is shameless meets Doctor Who.
Yeah.
They had to change the name. I think they were going to say nanobots or something, but for some silly reason, they changed to nanogenes.
Yeah, nanogene sounds better.
Yeah, I think so too. Actually. It's just weird because like he's just so incredibly identified with being gay. Like, seeing him be like putting the moves on, like the smolder to Billy Piper here, it seems so weird.
But you know what I like about Jack's character, right? Tell you what I like about Jack's character. We find out very quickly that he likes both men and women, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not made this big thing. It doesn't
Exactly. It's done properly. He's made a character.
And not only that, it actually comes in handy later on in the episode as well when he's talking to, what's his name? Yeah. So I mean, you know, this is how if you're going to do LGBTQ plus characters, yeah.
Don't put a big sign on it. Don't put a big rainbow on your characters, okay?
Exactly. This is how you do it.
That idiot.
This is how you do it. This is how you do it. That's how you do it. And you do it respectfully for the community that you're trying to represent. And then you're doing it in a way that's not, you know, so the mainstream fans, the Doctor Who fans too, are not saying, oh, look, it's gone all preachy. You know, there is a way of doing these things. And there is a perfect example.
There was zero pushback against Captain Jack. Like, zero.
There was none. There was none. Nobody had a problem. And if anybody did have a problem, then
they get their mouth shut.
Yeah. Well, you see, back then the fandom was intelligent. If people didn't like a certain character and they seen that it was quite controversial, years ago, you just keep your opinion to yourself. You know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's that people are addicted to being outraged.
I know.
People love being outraged. The reason I think they love being outraged because it makes them feel like they're a good person. Because they feel like somebody so far beneath them. It makes them feel like they could be a good person without having to do the work to be a good person.
They're assholes.
Mm-hmm.
I love this part where though when she tells him, go and see the doctor. And when you see Christopher Eccleston's face.
Right. That was great.
It's priceless.
Like, am I here as well somewhere?
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what he was actually thinking. There,
right.
Look. And you know what I was hoping? You know, I know it was 2000, but I was actually really hoping that there was another version running around somewhere.
That would have been cool.
And it was Paul McGann. That's what I was hoping.
That would have been really cool. That would have been clever.
Yeah, it would have been clever. And I'm not going to slag RTD because he is clever. I mean, what he produced with the budget that he had, you know, because you got to think the 4 series, yeah, they threw money at the 4 series, but the budget wasn't huge. It was still kind of quite modest.
And also, again, nobody knew. Everybody said it was going to fail. So many people in the industry said, what? Doctor Who? Of course that's not going to work. Of course it's going to fail. Like, nobody knew it would be a success. Until 3 weeks in, when it was a success, and everybody goes, well, everybody knew. It had to come. But, you know, no, nobody knew. They all forget. I remember. It was a real risk. It was like putting it in like such a public time slot in like on the Saturday night, like really in the front and center, so it can't hide. It was a real giant risk. Michael Grade was like freaking out, saying, "Listen, even if this show has to be fantastic. If it's even just good, you're gonna get crucified."
Yeah,
and he was right. And thank God it was good.
It succeeded because you had a showrunner like RTD.
Exactly.
No matter what, because there was a few hiccups along the way. Even when the show was being produced, there was a few hiccups along the way.
Right.
But the thing about it is, you had a showrunner that truly cared and truly believed in what he was making. And
right.
I don't think personally Chris Chibnall believes in what he's actually writing. I think he's trying to make a name for himself, but he doesn't know quite how. And he's decided that this would be the way to go. By the way, I finally had a response to my whole Foundation of the Time Lords by another YouTuber who actually did a video, and I responded to his video because he said that Chris Chibnall didn't kill Doctor Who.
Right. I never watched that video, but
yeah,
funny.
I watched it, and he brings up the usual what the shills bring up, the brain of Morbius and all this other. But then I just brought up, so I said, so you said, because he said in his video, and this is the that Chris Chibnall has regenerated Doctor Who, right? So this was my response. It says, so Chris Chibnall has regenerated Doctor Who by making it canon that a child was experimented and murdered multiple times for the Foundation of the Time Lords, and you're okay with that. Now, if you want to see his response, it's up on Twitter. But all I'll just say is he said that he liked it. And we liked that it was quite dark, right? Like that.
Okay.
And then when I came back at him with another message, then he responded, well, I think like was the wrong word to use. Listen, you showed your true colours, mate. Just like all your generation. Cold. Not all your generation, sorry. Some of you, because there's some here that are actually absolutely a credit to your generation, but you're not. Right? It's cold. And as people have said to you in the comments of your video, it's sick. Right? Chris Chibnall did not regenerate Doctor Who. He has destroyed Doctor Who. Open your blue eyes.
He generated Doctor Who.
Yeah, he regenerated Doctor Who because he said he was watching videos of YouTubers complaining that he had destroyed canon, and then his whole argument is based on the brain of Morbius and all those other yokes. But he doesn't give examples. Again, this side don't give examples. He just give the examples that the shell media have thrown out there and told fans, no, this is what it is, right? But not one YouTuber on that side has been able to show us step by step where this fits in canon. It even dismisses some of New Who, this whole story arc.
So again, if the best explanation I've ever heard for the Morbius Doctors is those like weird phantom doctors, because they were going in the order of the Doctor, they weren't going in the order of Morbius, which makes it appear like they were the Doctor. Were in fact phantom generations that Tom Baker's Doctor generated to throw off Morbius and defeat him in the brain wielding match.
Yeah, there's always been that theory.
I love that theory.
But the thing about it is, it's never been. This is the thing. This is why this will always be open to interpretation, because it wasn't. It was never resolved. So this is their little buy-in clause, if you want to call it that. But it's so flawed because it does dismiss even things that Moffat wrote. I mean, we have seen the Doctor as a boy, right? We've seen him as a kid in that shed or whatever, that fucking barn.
Right.
Clara touches his fucking foot, right? So, again, even that, right? This just that little thing alone. These people are clueless, right? Fuck off. Don't go there with me anymore. Don't go there. Listen, he killed Doctor Who, and until you idiots actually admitted that he did, we're not going to get anywhere. Well, I did get a response, and you know what? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by the response that I received. It's actually quite sick. But this is what these people are all about. They're cold. Cold. Right.
Okay, in the break, or of the episode, remind me to tell you what you're saying does tie into one of my favorite jokes of all time by Dave Chappelle, which I will tell you how it ties in after the episode. It's a bit. Yeah. It's going to take some time, and this is a really good bit.
Dr. Constantine.
Yeah, great character.
Victor Mildrew, in One Foot in the Grave.
Surprised they never made an action figure of him.
It's not that one. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? He was in One Foot
Oh
in
no,
the
they
Grave.
did. Yeah, I got it up here. Oh, there we go. Thought they did. This is much creepier than I remembered it when I
Oh
rewatched.
no, yeah, especially when he changes. I actually thought
Right, I
I was a little bit older than some people that were watching this as a kid, and I even found it. I actually remember at the times finding it very uncomfortable.
Right.
I don't believe it. I'm just saying that because that's his catchphrase in One Foot in the Grave. So brilliant. Did anybody ever see the Father Ted episode?
Which one?
The one where he bumps into our man that plays Victor Mildrew, and he goes over to him and goes, I don't believe it. And then your man beats the crap out of Father Ted.
I did see that one, yes.
Oh, that's the one with Graham Norton, do you remember? In
yes,
the tower.
yes.
Doing Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, we're doing the two of them.
Okay.
Horse Kelly, yeah. We might as well. I don't see the point of stopping. It's a two-parter. I don't want to leave it on a cliffhanger.
Okay. My wife has just discovered Homeland, which I was watching when it was originally running. And she was like, well, you know, how many seasons did you binge watch at a time? I said, darling, I watched one episode at a time because that's how it happened when it came out. But I understand. We live in a different generation. This is a different age.
It is, isn't it? But still,
Really? 20 years ago. I mean, 15 years ago.
Listen, that's what I mean. It's only a short space of time that all this is like, you know.
Changed, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
my God.
Think about it, boy. This is worth thinking about. If this had happened gradually, kind of went under the radar a little bit, I wonder if we'd be complaining. Do you know what I mean?
Well, they went so far so quickly. So, you know, it's like they just made it too noticeable. And then they kept saying, what? There's nothing going on here. You're just a racist. You know, it was like, no, I'm not a racist. I've never been a racist.
We'll let you know when to hit play for the second one. We do a countdown.
All right.
Kelly. So don't worry. Rabbi's going to take 5 minutes. I think he's going to get a coffee. I'm going to get a drink.
I'm good.
Here it is. This bit of acting by him is brilliant here.
He's playing it much more seriously than I thought he would.
Oh, here we go. I love this. And look at the doctor's face.
I love how slowly it happens as well. Bobby.
Oh, here we go. Mummy. Oh.
No, it happens.
Look at this. Wow.
It's the eyes. When the eyes go, that's the scary.
Oh, no, yeah. That is just fantastic.
Yeah, that's one of the creepiest things ever. Again, it's that whole like possession.
Oh, here he is.
Yeah. So, say on that window that's written? They have something written on it.
What?
On the window of the neighbours. What they have written there? I can't see. Oh, yeah, we'll see it again soon, I think. What are you making Cheryl for dinner?
No, it's already done. We had the
Well, what was it? Now we want to know.
we had some beef burgers and chips.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I normally make my own beef burgers, but we kind of cheated. So, yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was nice. Done now, so sit down and relax now.
Even John Barrowman's hair looks younger.
Yeah. John Barrowman.
More nano jeans.
And I love the old Volcano Day reference.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. It's Volcano Day, and then what happens in Series 4? They end up with Volcano Day.
Oh, I just finished listening to the Donna Noble Big Finish box set. That is brilliant. Oh my god, it's so good. The BBC should just so make that. Yeah, to get a different production team. Like this one's got their thumbs at their asses. Make that. It will get 8 million viewers easy.
I'm telling you, I've said this for ages. Big Finish. Anybody listening, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to make you loads of money. Some of your audios, some of your most popular audios, people would like to see them on screen. Make your animation. And the best thing about it is you're doing it from scratch.
Yeah, I think it's pretty unlikely they
create your own sets within the animation. You're not restricted by classic episodes where you have to try to get everything spot on, or you have to leave stuff out because you can't add it because it's too much hard work. I mean, look, this could work. Big Finish. I'm being honest. I'm surprised nobody at Big Finish has thought of this, because they could tap into a market right now that's there. There is a market there.
You know what I think they could do, which will do much better than that?
What's that?
Not adapt the audios that they have, but do a animated series of classic Doctors and have it like anthology. Like 1 week it's a Tom Baker, 1 week, and it's animated, and do like a season of like 10, 12. That would be awesome.
Oh, here it is. Wait, it's the cliffhanger. Shh.
Oh, yeah.
Right, we have to watch this. Mommy? Nancy. You're looking at it. Love that line. Yes, I am your mummy. Oh yeah, sorry. No, I'm your sister, but I'm your mummy, but I'm pretending to be your sister because I was slut back in 1940 something. Right, we'll wait until the credits finish, then we'll pause it, and then
coming soon. We got the trailer.
Oh yeah, we might as well watch the trailer first. No, we'll go straight in, does it? No, I'm straight in.
It'll go straight in. They always, when it was a two-parter in these early seasons, they will put the trailer at the end of the titles, not before the titles.
Oh yeah.
By the way, this has always been my favorite closing title sequence.
Right, I'm going back to this. I'm going back to the recap because I don't want to skip the recap. That's the best part. Right, I'm on the BBC logo. 1 second in.
Right, 1 second.
No way. I want to see the recap. That's what makes this. When you see the recap and then watch the second episode.
Get your way into it.
Right, we'll give you 2 minutes so everybody can get, if you've only just joined us, 2 minutes to get part 2 of, well, no, it's not part, well, it's a two-parter, sorry. So it's the Doctor Dances now. Get the Doctor Dances.
Get yourself lined up. Doctor Dances is, of course, dances is a euphemism for a vertical dancing.
Right. One more other thing. Again, thank you for last night. with me and Rabbi and our guests. Really appreciate it. It was a great stream. Everybody seemed to have it was trending. It wasn't trending on Twitter, but everybody was up on Twitter doing their thing. Really, really delighted. Next week we have the chase. So let fans know, right? Whatever YouTube.
What's the hashtag going to be? The Chasers On or Flight Through Eternity? I think I'm leading to the Chasers On.
Why do you like that one?
I do. I'm just worried it might be too general, but no, I think it's pretty good. The Chasers On.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll be fair as we always are on this channel. If anybody would prefer Rabbi's hashtag, let us know. If anybody would prefer let us know. Whatever hashtag wins is the hashtag that we use. So my one is hashtag. It's a little play on the Bradley Walsh show as well. To be honest, that's why I chose it.
I didn't know that. Colin P. Smith asked me, he said, what he wants to know what the joke was. So okay, so you said the problem is this generation doesn't care like our generation is, right? That's what you're saying was the problem, though.
Yeah.
So the reason we care more, and this is a joke from Dave Chappelle. I should say, the reason we care more is because we grew up with a show called The Care Bears. You know, remember the Care Bears?
Oh yeah, the Care Bears.
Little teddy bear people who had a little symbol on their chest to show you how they felt. Right. And these things, they cared so much, they didn't get angry, they got determined, right? And when things got bad, when things got really bad, they linked their arms and they did the Care Bear stare. And they would stare, and actual love would shoot out of their chest and melt whatever evil thing they were facing. So, a tragedy is I found out that when I grew up, that wasn't true. You cannot shoot love out of your chest. But a good close second is you can shoot love onto somebody's chest. So I understand. That's pretty much.
I knew you were going to say something like that because I was thinking the same thing in my head when you said that. Shut up. Right, now, listen now. Listen, I need you guys in the chat now to be decisive here, right? Because after this live stream, we're going to be going off. Rabbi will do. You're going to do the thumbnails and all like the last time and all. And I'll try to get a trailer, but can you throw up another trailer and then send it to me, and then I'll put that up as well. You know what I mean? Like we did last week. So
this one.
That's what we need. So we need you guys. We need you guys to make up your mind on the hashtag because he needs the hashtag before we leave tonight, so we can actually. No, I won't be confused with the quiz show, will it? All right. Okay.
See, now you make me go for Flight Through Eternity again.
Oh, geez.
Because Flight Through Eternity, the good thing about that is you're not going to get it confused with anything else, right? It's going to be hashtagging.
Is there a shorter one, though? I wanted to.
The episode titles is The Death of Time, Flight Through Eternity, Journey into Terror, The Death of Doctor Who, and The Planet of Decisions.
See what you did there, Colin.
Mary Celeste is one. What else happens? Daleks.
Okay, look. You chose the last one.
That's a Dalek.
You chose the last one, and I wasn't too sure, and you are right. So you just go with whatever hashtag you think, and just once I know what the hashtag is, then and you have the thumbnail done, I'll throw it up everywhere, right? We'll just leave it to you because I don't think nobody in the chat is giving me any suggestions of which one they'd rather go for. We had one, and we really need a decision before we leave this stream.
Right. I just want to tell the chat I'm now leaning towards hashtag Daleks Conquer and Destroy because it's got Daleks in it, and people like Daleks, and that always gets their attention. But it's very long, so we either Daleks Conquer and Destroy or hashtag Flight Through Eternity. Or hashtag The Race Is On.
Or hashtag Chase the Dalek.
Chase the ooh.
Or no, I don't know. Well, hold on.
Oh, mechanoids. Oh, that's a really good idea.
Well, hashtag mechanoids.
No, I would say mechanoids rise up. That sounds like that. Say mechanoids rise up. Yeah.
Well, he said, yeah, right, okay. What about Chase the TARDIS, says Blue Bonnet Hoovian. Good suggestion, too.
It's a bit generic. I know it's got TARDIS in it, but still, for Doctor Who, it's about it. I tell you, here's what I suggest. Everybody put, Chase Through Time. Excellent. Colin P. Smith. Excellent. Chase Through Time is a really good one.
Right then, there you go. Right, we'll go with that one.
Really good.
I actually like that one too.
That's just what we all do. Let's just put it in your back pocket. Don't think about it. We'll put the episode on. Let it just sit and don't let your subconscious mind just go over it. And then after we finish the episode, if anybody has any ideas, you'll find I think you move forward. Rise of the Mechs.
That's what we'll do, yeah. So what we'll do is, but Blue Bonnet does agree that that's a good one, and I do as well. I agree. What we'll do is, though, we'll wait till after this episode. We'll ask you again. There's been a few different options that have been thrown out there, and let's see if you can all agree in the chat. I hope you do. Make it easier for us, because we really need the hashtag by the end of the stream. Seriously, because if we're going to promote this, we have to do it properly. Because last week, yeah, we did the trailer and all that, but it wasn't promoted for a full week. This one will. So, yeah. Right, let's do it, Rabbi. Do you want to do the countdown? And
I'm ready.
Right, we're at 1 second here. We're doing the recap. So if you are not doing the recap, just wait until it goes into let you know. Right, go, Rabbi.
Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, activate now.
And we are off.
Yeah, recap. The move alert. I love the lighting of that TARDIS.
Yeah, this TARDIS was criticized because of the coral look of it.
I love this TARDIS.
It's not one of my favorites, but it's certainly not one of my least favorites. I mean, I prefer
it to the 80s TARDIS, that's for sure. I think I prefer it to the 70s. Prefer it to. I think it's on a par with the Hartnell TARDIS, Hartnell Troughton TARDIS, and that one. I think they're kind of on a par for me. My favorite is always going to be the McGann one.
Yeah. Mommy.
This is a long recap, isn't it?
Yeah, this one was, yeah. So an hour ago, for any of our Brit followers, Boris Johnson has announced that you can play sports with members of your household now.
That's good. Oh yeah, what happened with that?
Yeah, what an idiot. Yeah. I don't think people realise, that.
Twitter with the tweet along. I didn't even look.
Yeah, well, that tweet along is still on, isn't it? Because it only started at 7, didn't it? Their one started at 7. So
I think. Yeah, I'll look on Twitter.
Yeah, so they'd only finished the 4th episode. Look, it's probably trending all over the place anyway.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing. Well, it's really not trending as well. I'm surprised. Yeah. Wow.
Nah, nobody is supporting.
Oh my God! It's not in the top 10.
No, nobody is supporting it anymore. I think everybody's
it just kind of fell apart. So sad.
Yeah, it did fall apart. It fell apart because of Paul Cornell. And if anybody
100%.
And by the way, if you haven't watched my latest video on that twat, yeah, go and look at his tweets, right? I've actually shown you actually 100% evidence, right? From his own fucking vile fucking woke mouth, yeah? That he goes around and blocking and unblocking people. And by the way, if you do have a problem with the gender of the Doctor, he will block you because you're a sexist asshole. Yeah? He doesn't get that just because people have a problem with Jodie Whittaker's gender or the Doctor's gender doesn't mean that we necessarily have a problem with a woman playing the Doctor.
He can't understand that. He can't understand.
The problem is that number one, she's not a great actress anyway. Number two, if you were going to do this, it had to make sense within the context of the show, which it didn't. And number three, you little woke little piece of shit. Yeah? You won't face any of their fans. You just go blockety, 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 block. Do you know what? Fuck you, fuck whatever you bring out, and fuck your show.
Well, you know, it's funny. Well, he's not getting a job on the show apparently.
He will get on Doctor Who. He's going to be writing. You mark my words, and I'm telling you this now on this channel. And remember this stream. He is going to be writing for Series 13.
All right, but like the video I put up today is so his future, and it's so hilarious because there's this a comic book guy who just put an Indiegogo up. And so they tried to cancel him, and all the other people working comics who can't sell any comics, so like the SJWs, and they're really awful. So they tried to cancel him, and it's just like this utter failure. And the people who try to cancel him are the people that Cornell has aligned himself with. He is taking it right from their playbook, and they're just like there's such irrelevancies now.
Yeah, well, I kind of do feel sorry for Emily in a way, but then in a way I'm kind of laughing to myself as well because, you know, she had an opportunity to support the classic Watchalong, she didn't. So, you know, I'm not. Sorry, I know I'm this way, but you reap what you sow, and you know what? I'm delighted. I'm delighted it's gone all shit. I'm delighted it's gone all. It's blown up in their faces. They deserve it, right? They deserve it.
I wouldn't say blown up in their faces.
It has blown up on their faces. Last one as well.
Wow. That's funny, you know, so like that means Dandy and the Clown did better than it. A lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I mean, they're all talking about Boris.
But look, they're not going to use that as the excuse because even Emily put up a post saying that they were delaying the watch along because the Prime Minister was making a speech. So they can't use that as the excuse, right? The reason why this is falling apart, and it has fallen apart, is because Paul Cornell a few weeks ago couldn't keep his mouth shut. And he has continued.
You're going to get no disagreement out of me on this one.
Right? He has, he's still continued on Twitter and he's proudly preaching, right? So, you know, any goodwill that was created by Emily, he came in and he destroyed. And in fairness, though, you know, she could have turned this around. She could have, you know, because when it was blowing up in the face, I made the suggestion.
I think she just wanted to keep it.
It doesn't matter. When you see, look, if I was running this and I seen that there was a bit of controversy, trust me, I'm a very clever character. I'd say, right, we haven't done Classic Who. I think if we do this, we might appease some of the fans. Get them back on board. Let's get them back on board. You know what? But let's see if we can rectify this. But they didn't. She carried on. She continued. And then, by the way, I want to clarify something. Last night, Problem Being sent a message to tell me that Emily had retweeted her watch along. I must clarify, actually. When I looked in at the post, it was the original one it was the original Rabbi tweet that she actually retweeted. So she didn't retweet it a second time like I had thought. It was just the first retweet that she had done. So she literally gave it the bare minimum attention.
Again, listen, I want to be clear. I bear no one any malice in this. I was very happy for the event, and I was very happy for anybody who supported it in any way at all. And I would be very happy if anybody supported it in the future as well.
Yeah, well, as I said, anyway, as I said, you will see now, this is the official channel for the Doctor Who Classic. Well, I put hashtag Classic Doctor Who Lockdown. This is the official channel. If she won't do it, and she won't take it upon herself to do it and organise and get everything done, I will. So spread the word. If anybody wants their classic tweet alongs and watch alongs, let them know that the Tardis Zone is the channel and the place to be. Simple as that. We'll do it ourselves. Feck it.
Well, we've got to get. I want to get a Sylvester McCoy one in there sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and I want to get him on as well. I'm going to have a word with him, and I'm going to say, listen, just check out my YouTube channel before you agree, because I don't want you to get any stick. But check out my YouTube channel first. But what we want to do is we actually want to talk classic Who, so I don't want to talk about new Doctor Who. But if you're willing to come on, discuss it, come on to the channel. I'm going to say, because they're all on lockdown. So, I mean...
Can't hurt.
And I think Sylvester McCoy he's a bit like Peter. He's very approachable. So
right. Yeah, I imagine he is.
So well, all he can do is say yes or no, and I wouldn't be disappointed anyway, because coming on, you don't have to do it. You know what I mean? It's just to be.
Well, I'm supposed to be having an interview with Nick Briggs, I think, soon, because he's got.
Yeah, when is that happening?
He's actually said yes last week. So we're just trying. I just told him whenever he wants. He's got his new series coming out, Human Frontier, which we'll talk about. Like, he wants to play. You know what? It's very clever, because he knows I got a more fandom menace audience, and I've been very upfront about him. I said, listen, you can connect to an area of fandom that feels alienated by you, alienated by finish, and you might sell a few more copies of your story. Bottom line, I think that's a pretty good idea.
Look at his face.
Because there's so many things I want to ask him.
Look at his face. Look at the Doctor's face. Forget about Nick Briggs.
Yeah, I love this.
His whole face during this whole scene, we missed it because we kept talking. Sorry, guys, but this whole scene is probably one of the best scenes in this whole story. The Doctor, just his face throughout the facial expressions. Oh, banana. Jesus Christ. I love that scene. I love how he gets excited here.
I love the action figure of Captain Jack. Came with that jacket, his time gun, and his World War II revolver as well. Those action figures they're perhaps the best action figure range I've ever seen.
Oh.
It's like such a perfect sci-fi haunted house idea.
Yeah. It's a simplistic idea.
Yeah.
Executed. There's nothing bad about it. There's not one complaint I actually have about this two-parter.
Yeah, it's really good. Really good.
I have personally, it's all of this shit everybody lives. I've never been down with that.
I loved it. I love that.
I know you do. Of course you do. You love all the optimism, don't you? In fairness, though, in reality, Rabbi, let's be honest here, people die.
Yeah, but what is life? Okay, yeah, everybody dies. Everybody dies, but like sometimes he was saying everything works out. Not everything is awful all the time. That is and that's such a pivotal moment for the Doctor. That's where he regained hope as a character. It's a wonderful part for him.
Where do we get writers?
Sometimes he can live. Like he's lived so many times with the death, he's been deaded with the realization that like most of the time people do die, but sometimes everybody lives. And that's what you live for. That's the thing you hope. That's what you hope for. That's what you aspire to. That's what drives you forward for those moments.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this is a scene they added in because they were running short. They ran short a lot in the first couple of years.
Yeah,
like the Girl in the Fireplace we watched. That basically finished 10 minutes before the end.
I know. I agree.
What the hell's going on? Where's the rest of the episode?
Yeah, it was kind of. Yeah.
But again, I forgive them. They were inventing the type of TV.
Madame de Pompadour.
Oh, it must have been running a long time. This is a long scene.
Yeah. It is.
She's very good. What has she been in much since this?
I don't know. Do you know what? That's the weird thing. I've checked up on her before. I remember at the time, a few years after this episode, because I rewatched to see if she was in it, and I don't. I think at the time, if I remember correctly, she wasn't actually.
That's interesting. One of the most interesting interviews I read was, I think, Doctor Who magazine. They unearthed the girl who played the little girl in Remembrance of the Daleks. Which was, and then she's like, yeah, an adult. It was just an interesting interview.
Here's the thing: Gary, you just get people that are very passionate. You get people obviously who study to be writers, but some are natural writers. The thing with Russell T, for me, I think he's one of those natural writers.
Yeah,
Same with Moffat, even
without having the skills to write it.
But they're natural writers. These are guys. Look at. I've always criticised Moffat because I didn't like the fairy tale kind of stuff. But I seen someone that put up a tweet. Actually, Josh Snares it was, right? And you know I'm not a big huge fan of him. He's not a huge fan of me. But he did make the point. And I'm actually surprised now because like I didn't know he wasn't a fan of this era because to listen to him, you'd think he was. But he made an interesting point, he did. He said, you know, people were complaining at the time about Moffat's fairy tale kind of stuff in Doctor Who. But when you look at it and you look at some of the episodes and you say, oh, wow, they were actually good. Yeah, I do hate the fact he went a little bit away from the sci-fi element of it. But if you look at Moffat's era overall, you know, yeah, it has its flaws, but let's be honest here. It's always going to be far superior than anything that has been written today. And, you know, I suppose if Chris Chibnall had come in and gave a sensational Doctor Who, we probably would be still saying the same thing about Moffat. Oh, Moffat is
Yeah,
bad.
exactly. It's all about how you yeah. It's all about how good it is.
Exactly, and because the next fella that came along ended up being bad, then when you actually reassess Moffat's era, and you do, that's the thing. That's the great thing about being a Doctor Who fan, is that even series or seasons or episodes that you didn't like before or you weren't a huge fan of, you go back, you watch them, and then slowly but surely, if you watch, you become a fan. You do. It's just something that you might have missed before, and that's what I find with Moffat's era, though. Right? No matter how many times you watch it, there's always something you missed, and that's what I'll give him credit for. He was good at things like that. He always had. He might not executed it always, but he always had a plan, and there was always different threads. And if you were clever enough, you would see these straight away. Obviously, some of us need to watch things a couple of times. If I'm one of them, I can put my hands up and say that I don't always get everything the first time, but there's really clever people out there that do, you know. And RTD is the same. You look at his era, especially this one, the first era. I mean, look at the little threads that he had gone through. We had the whole Bad Wolf thing going through it. You know what I mean? Even in this episode, Volcano Day, what happens 3 years later? He does Pompeii. So, I mean, they always do, and I do believe this. I think Moffat and RTD, you know, once the first series was done, I think RTD had a plan then for the next few years, just like Moffat did when he came in.
Yeah.
You know? Whereas the other fella comes in, He tries to do something completely different. It doesn't work, right? But okay, I'll give him credit for trying to do something different.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Look, you
But
don't
we
get
did criticize him because it didn't hit the mark. That's fine. But then he went back to the tried and tested, and then he was exposed even further. So this man just doesn't look at even this scene here where the doctor's asking Rose now. So you're on a barrage balloon. Where's the marks on your hands? If that was a Chibnall episode, he wouldn't even have the brain to even say, to do that line. You know what I mean? That line wouldn't even be in this episode. That's the difference. Chibnall is just not good enough, and it's a fair criticism, and that's why I did my Paul Cornell video. And I also left a little message for him in the video to actually say this to him. Listen, fans are entitled to different opinions, Paul. It doesn't necessarily mean because fans have a different opinion, whether it's the gender, whether it's the writing, it doesn't matter what it is. They have that right to that opinion. It doesn't make them sexist or any other ism or label that you label people. Why not engage with these fans and actually have a decent conversation with these fans and actually find out why they don't like it instead of jumping the gun and blocking
they
them?
do not find it with
You never will, because you've made it clear that if people don't like your opinions or don't agree with your opinions, then you have no time for them. Also, by the way, in the same video, he openly admits that he blocks people that are associated with certain people. So all the things that I had told you in a previous video, where I had told you that he was blocking people that were associated with Garrett Roberts, well, he's actually at the admitting that on a tweet. This guy has gone around on Twitter openly admitting, and by the way, he wants you to buy his comic book. I think it's his comic book. I don't know if he wrote it or he's promoting it anyway. Captain Britain or something, or some stupid bleeding comic like that.
I mean, he did a Captain Britain comic, but it wasn't very good. Honestly, his comic work really isn't very good. He's very good, like his written stuff. His prose is very good, but like his comic work, even his Doctor Who comics are just normally not very good.
Oh, this is it.
When I read them.
I love this now. This is it now. Watch. The doctor figures it out now.
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah, but you see, they only stole 2 years of his memories, yeah? So if they stole 2 years of his memories, I still go back to the point that I said in the Torchwood episode, Captain Jack Harkness. Was he still, what? So he must have had the name Jack.
Right.
That must be his real name then. Because we see in the, I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it. Damn. Look, we'll do a stream on Jack sometime because it is an interesting thing, because Jack has the whole face of bow thing as well that we can actually discuss. So, yeah, Jack will be an interesting stream to do. And then I'll talk to you about all of the info, because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, just in case you still haven't seen Torchwood, which I'd be surprised if some of you didn't, to be honest with you, because it's very good, especially Children of the Earth. But watch the first couple of seasons. Just don't watch the Americanized version.
Yeah, it's not very good. Although I did like Children of the Earth, the third one.
It was okay. The Family of Blood, it was a good concept. I just didn't like the resolution.
Right.
And the end was bloody stupid. Do you remember the ending, Rabbi?
Of what?
The Children of the other one. The fucking, what was it? What was the American one called?
Oh, Miracle Day.
Miracle Day. Yeah,
oh, God,
yeah.
It just bored me. It bored me.
Yeah. Jack in Miracle Day, right? Seriously. Jack in Miracle Day dies about 27 times during the very first episode. They blow him up. They put him in concrete. Man, the Captain Jack gets a plain horrible. But it's just so shit. The start of it is brilliant, though. I have to say, the start of series 4 of Torchwood is brilliant. Gwen is in the back of a Jeep with a fucking rocket
Right,
launcher.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
when it looks like it's all going to be good, right?
And then it goes to shit then straight after that scene. After that scene, then it just goes to crap. And you know what? The supporting cast was brilliant. They had so much potential. And the story arc was interesting. I have to admit, it was just boring. And you get to see Jack with a new love as well. So you kind of get to see, you know, and you get to see how he works with Torchwood as well. How he got involved with Torchwood in the old days, which makes no sense because he only set up Torchwood and took over Torchwood after he had met the Doctor to make it better after the Canary Wharf business. But in Torchwood Series 4, then that gets completely overlooked, and it's like he was recruited by Torchwood back in the day, you know. So,
Right. I mean, honestly, Torchwood has just been moved all around, and Jack was there in the 18th century, or not, like whatever. I don't really care. Sure, you can work it out with some kind of retconning story, but I just don't really care. It's just there to have a bit of fun, Torchwood, really, I think. And they do change it as they need to. Yep, here goes another one. That was a better transformation than last week.
Yeah.
Here they come again. Never mind about that. The contaminant's airborne now. There's hours left. So what? So not forever. The entire human race. And can anyone else here sing it?
No. Do 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 do.
All right, Gold's music is just perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, Murray Gold is just he gets fans miss Murray Gold now though.
Yeah. We all miss
Murray Gold. Look, Murray Gold did need to go. He did. I know we complain, but he did need to go because he was getting stale, right? The thing about it is though now, in my opinion, he's had a not long enough break now.
Yeah, he can come back and redo it.
And he could come back now. He's refreshed. Listen, your man soundtrack is coming out for Series 12. Now, I was fair and I gave Series 11 one a listen, right?
Oh, you did? How was it?
Right, just to see if I was, because Cheryl will tell you, I was listening to Murray Gold all during the week. I even threw up a video with a bit of Murray Gold music for you because I was listening to his stuff. So I listened to all of Murray Gold's stuff. Now, there's one thing that's evident with Murray Gold. Near the end, you can see that he is repeating a lot and just adding new kind of stuff to it, right?
Well, we're getting up to the ending now. All the gas mask people coming out. Really, this is really just great.
But the thing about it is, right, I put his album on.
Right, so yeah.
The start of it was okay, I have to admit. It was that incident, and it's the music that we heard when the series started, and everybody admitted as well it was fresh. It was it was good. But I right, just put it this way: you might as well have done an album, put one song on it, and put it on for 11 hours, right? Because his music is just absolutely ridiculous. There's no, when he does try to be Murray Gold-esque, it just doesn't pull up. Look, he's a modern day composer. You can see that he definitely does have talent. Is he the right composer for Doctor Who?
I don't think so.
No, he'd be good doing a crime drama. you
Yeah.
know, or an action piece, you know, or even say a love story, you know, where they need that type of music. But for Doctor Who, I'm sorry, yes, it's all okay to have some incidental music, brilliant. But there's certain scenes, that's why Murray Gold, there's certain scenes during Peter Capaldi's era, especially where a Murray Gold track would kick in and it would elevate that scene. If
Right.
your music doesn't add something to the scene or at least elevate it, right? Well then, you know, you shouldn't be putting music on that scene, in my opinion. And the perfect example of where he gets it totally wrong is that abomination of an episode, Rosa, where she's getting off the bus and he puts a modern day pop song, even though we're supposed to be in Alabama in the 1950s, an appropriate song for the time, or his own kind of 50s homage, incidental music would have worked there. But he doesn't have the chops. Just like the rest of them, he just doesn't have the chops. Unfortunately,
The bottom line is the reason none of them have the chops is because a lot. I mean, they've just been hiring on identity and on political affiliation. They're not hiring on if they're
no.
doing good at their jobs or you know they figure people are always going to watch TV. They can put anything on; it doesn't matter.
This is brilliant, this part.
Right.
But you could see the doctor, yeah, even though he's angry with him, he knows that Jack didn't know. You
Right.
know? But again, Jack redeems himself here, you know? Jack
Right.
could be easily pissed off here. Look at him, you can see him in the background there. He's consoling himself because he knows he's after messing up.
Right. I'm sorry, I just got totally sucked in by it. I'm sorry.
Same here, because I do like this. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, so cool, so creepy. Yeah, it's really directed beautifully. I mean, it's just like this
yeah.
zipping along. Volcano Day, yeah, another mention.
Oh,
I mean, they're such great monsters.
Well, then you shouldn't have lied to him.
Well, I mean,
I'm only messing. I'm only messing. Of course, I understand why she hid. Oh, here we go. The little nanobots jeans.
you're right.
Oh, here it is. Ted, sit down. This is the scene. Give him a day like this. His reaction here, though, is epic, I have to say. It's a bit of a long stretch of an explanation, but still, it does kind of work.
Kind of works, exactly. Well, again, it's less contrived than having her dangle from the barrage balloon in episode 1.
This is just brilliant. The ship swooping in. Jack on a bomb.
The bad wolf bomb.
Typical Jack. Well, we didn't know that was typical for him.
Yeah. Does he show up again? Oh, yeah, he stays on it. Yeah, fine. Next episode.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good.
I have to admit, it's still kind of, it doesn't sit well with me, but I had a smile on my face when he actually said that.
Exactly. Look, sometimes
No, because obviously the time that we're in now, back then, I wanted people to die in Doctor Who, but now with this shit going on in the world, I suppose it is good to see this.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the owl when she comes up to him here. He's got two. She's got her other leg back.
I know, isn't it funny? He's had a good day.
There, see? There's the lion. There's
What?
the lion I was telling you about where he said he went back and seen Rose cycle a bike when she was 12 years old. He actually said it there.
Right.
Damn. I should have. This was the episode I was telling. Remember, I was telling you that. Remember when in the very first episode when he asks her onto the TARDIS, she says no, but then he goes off. He comes back and then he tells her. But did I tell you it also travels in time? And then I said, watch in the Doctor Dances, the second episode, the Doctor Dances. I said there's a line in it, and he saw Rose when she was 12 years old riding a red bike.
Bit creepy.
Well, no. He probably went back to see what kind of person she was so he could use that to get her on the TARDIS. Remember, the Doctor, whether we like it or not, The Doctor manipulates people.
Right.
Think about it. He did the same with with Karen Gillan, right? I mean Amy, right? Where she wasn't sure whether she was going on the TARDIS, and then he went, I'll soon change that, and he clicks his fingers.
Oh, right.
He manipulates people. So he went back through time after Rose refused, went and checked out her life. He probably went back a few years, see what kind of person she was.
That's a whole stretch, you know.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not a stretch at all.
Maybe like after he'd been traveling with her, he realized he liked her a bit and wanted to go and check her out when she was little.
Red bicycle there. Spitfire Mark 1A has the exact line there. Red bicycle when you are 12. And who didn't say you had a red bicycle when you are 12? Right? So which means he went back through time and he watched Rose grow up. Even David Tennant's Doctor goes back and sees Rose. Do you remember when he's dying? He goes back and visits Rose. So it's not a stretch, I don't think, man.
I don't know. I think it's not a stretch, but it's not canon.
I love this.
Yeah, but they leave him.
Of course, you can't leave Jack.
Yeah, so basically, I think he was going to be like Russell Davies want to be like Harry Sullivan. Have that dynamic for a few episodes. What's the next one? Boomtown after this?
I think so, yeah. That music comes on now in a minute. See, the Doctor can get jealous as well, like.
He does. He's very petty a lot of times. Yeah, I'm sorry. I like this TARDIS. I really do like this TARDIS.
Yeah, I mean, look, people did complain about it at the time, but this TARDIS has grown on me over the years, and like I didn't mind it, to be honest, when it first originally came out, and I can understand some people's criticism of it, but I actually do. I really do like it.
Did you ever go to
some weird reason though? It didn't look right in David Tennant's era, though. It seemed a bit darker or something.
They changed a little bit. Yeah,
oh, yeah, it is. There she is. This was the better Slovene episode, I think.
Yeah,
though.
I do agree.
This was a good one.
Right. So when he's there, he must be also there. There must be two Jacks there at that point in Cardiff.
This is the episode that Rose treats Mickey like shit again.
Yeah, well, like every episode. Yeah, right? Rose is a terrible person. I think we've established that.
Right. That was... Right, man. Before we go anywhere and we make any announcements, do competitions and all that. Let's do the rating. So will we rate it as a two-parter, or do you want to do each episode separately?
Just a two-parter.
Right. So as a two-parter, guys, give us a rating out of 10. Me and Rabbi will also. And if there's anything else you would like to add as well about it, let us know. So, Rabbi, go on. We'll start with you anyway first. What would you give this out of 10?
8. I'm going to give it a 7.5 to 8. I can't decide where. So I'm between 7.5 and 8. Let's go 7.7.
Okay. Can I ask why?
It's pretty good. It was. I love the monsters. It's just there's episodes that I like a lot more.
Okay, that's a fair analysis there. 10 out of 10 for Gary Hewitt. 8 out of 10 for Kip. 9
Well,
out of 10
can't give
Stuart.
it the same caliber as Father's Day, which like really moved me.
11 out of 10 says Spitfire Mark 1A. Perfect 10 out of 10. Fantastic. Atmospheric creepy. Zadako 24 says 8. Well written with heart says Spitfire Mark 1A. I agree. 10 by Kelly Lynch. For me, it's definitely a 9 out of 10. I just don't like the whole, as I said, everybody lives thing. Other than that, it's the only criticism I have. I mean, I think the kid, Nancy, the doctor's performance. I mean, Christopher Eccleston's a 10 for performance for me anyway. I forgot to ask you that, but he's definitely a 10. I think there's certain scenes in it, it's just his facial expressions and the tone of the scene changes instantly. I mean, it just there's so much good in this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a good episode, but again, you got Father's Day. You got. I also preferred. What's the name? The series finale. But not. Yeah, there's a lot of good.
Yeah. Super Junk is at 7.5 out of 10. More emotion and sentiment than Chibnall's efforts put together. I do agree with that one. I mean, but it is. Listen. I know there is a kind of a, because I kind of brought it up myself, but there is a kind of a habit as such to give it a rating and then base it on what came after it, like i.e. Chris Chibnall's era. I think that is a bit unfair. I think the way Rabbi and Super John as well. I'm just being a little biased because I did love these at the time. It hasn't changed. The only thing that I don't like is the whole everybody lives business because it's Doctor Who. At the end of the day, kids need to know that people die too. I mean, everything else. Well, I mean, there's no a child now being murdered multiple times, but back in the day, they had a problem with
that all the time. Everybody lives. It'll say sometimes everybody. It'll also
I know. Yeah. I agree. But still getting a high mark from me. But there is a habit because of what we've gotten to kind of, give it a higher mark. Just be honest with our marks anyway. That's what I'm kind of trying to say. Don't compare it to Chibnall. So obviously it's far superior and always will be.
Yeah, that's
you know that. And it's all character development, says Face of Bo Andrew. Exactly. That's the difference. The difference here is that not only is the writing good, but the character development is so much far superior than what we're getting right now.
Characters are real.
Yeah. And you can relate to each character. I mean, look, I know I was slagging Nancy. I was only having a laugh, right? I know back in those days, something like that would have been hard for a teenager back in 1941, especially during wartime. So I get all of that. You know what I mean?
Although the whole like teen pregnancy thing is interesting because in the places where you in Israel where you have like these ultra orthodox areas, it's teen pregnancies are kind of common there because they don't really see the difference. They're very innocent, right? And they don't see the difference between, I don't know, going for a walk with a boy and like having sex. Like both things are totally verboten. And if you do one, you might as well do the other. If you go see a movie, why not have sex as well? It's like there's no gradation of difference. So it's kind of like this. I can see this how a girl could get in trouble because I have some friends that who lived in that world.
No, I agree. I mean, at the time as well. I mean, I had to figure it out anyway that she was the mother of the kid at the time when I was watching it. It doesn't take you long to figure it out. But what's so engaging about it's the music, it's the kids, it's the whole, how did this happen? There's so much stuff going on. It's just look, and that's what Doctor Who can be. Again, some people say this is not one of the greatest two-parters. I would actually agree, which is I
No,
think
no,
that
I think
I
it's
actually think the Satan Pit and the Impossible Planet and the Satan Pit. I think for me that's probably up there as one of my top 3 2-part stories. I love the Ood anyway, but that whole episode about the devil is the devil real is the that whole
yeah. Oh, that's a really good
that
one.
was fascinating to me. The whole story, but the writing in that is just I can't wait for us to do that. When that comes up, you will see.
Very I was just checking Twitter again. Not a peep. With this one is really nowhere to be seen. Wow.
Well, there's 2 reasons for it. Well, there's 2 possible reasons for it. Number 1, it's probably the reason that we spoke about earlier on, which I won't get into again because I don't want to go on a big mad rant.
Right, exactly.
Or the second reason is that the other side of the fandom are just showing exactly who they are, the bunch of ageist twats that they have been. Because when it came to Peter Capaldi, being very ageist towards him, said that he was too old to play the Doctor. Goes to show you that they know absolutely nothing of the history of the show if they actually think that an older man can play the role. William Hartnell and himself, I think, were the same ages or something. So, you just want to get with the program. But maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're all showing their true colours as the ageist little twats that they are. And that's why nobody's tuned in, because they think an old man can't play the Doctor because they're all about the woman.
Listen, the all the trends are about Boris Johnson.
Feck Boris Johnson. Who cares? He's a twat. He's another twat as well. Everybody. Listen.
Boris Johnson
People out there that think that we should be running around there. No, not running around, right? There's people out there that think that we should open up, right? Get the economies going again. I understand it. But what you don't understand is this, right? Is that we've only apparently all the countries have gotten to the peak and now are coming down off the peak. But you know what happens if you open up too early?
Yeah, it goes
You
up.
know what happened during the flu epidemic back in the day when they actually moved around too early? Do you know what happened? They got a second wave and a third wave. Do you know how many millions died then? Right? So for all you people out there, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it out straight. Yous are all wrong. Every single one of yous, every single politician out there that's opening up right now is wrong. Yous are wrong, right? Another month or 2 of this, we be safe. But no, you all want to get out there, open the economies because you don't want the economy. Look at, we went through 2 world wars and we were able to adapt, right? This is a virus that's killing people. Now, whether some of you out there believe it's just like the flu or the cold, I don't give a shit, right? It's killed people unnecessarily as well, by the way. And why I add as well, right, that some of you are saying with this herd fucking thing, whatever it is, we all go out and we spread it so it gets to its peak and then it just automatically goes away. There's one flaw in that plan, though. One big huge flaw that everybody has missed, right? It's all well and good saying that. What about the people that are walking out there that don't even know that they have underlying medical conditions, right? They are going to die because there's people that, because they don't want to be stuck in, the economy needs to open up. I'm sick of it. I want a haircut. I want to do this. I want to go to the pub. Stop being selfish, right? Yes, it's an inconvenience. Yeah.
Well, I have to tell you, no, when you reach my age, my glorious boomerish age of nearly.
I get it.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, this is not the time to be jumping the gun. Another 8 weeks of this, in fairness, if we were to lock down for another 8 weeks, there was no talk of opening up other little businesses just for the sake of getting people to social. If we just shut down for another 2 months, just 2 months, right? It doesn't matter what the economy is like. We will. 2 world wars, the economies were shattered. They rebuilt them up. We will do it again. We're much stronger and resilient than we were before anyway. Right?
I'm not sure about that. But no. You know what I want to do right now? I want to go to bed. I'm frazzled. I did 2 episodes. Like the steam coming off me.
Right.
Okay, we're going to work out the hashtag. There's another one up there called, was it Daleks versus Mech?
Oh, they're doing the Fires of Pompeii next. Oh, yeah. And I know why she's doing the Fires of Pompeii.
Oh, really? Why Fires of Pompeii?
Because the Fires of Pompeii is a very, very popular episode. You notice they're not doing the very first one, right? Which is obviously the Adipose episode. So they're doing the second one. Fires of Pompeii is the second episode, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Karen Gillan is in that as well. So remember, they might rope Karen Gillan into that.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say that.
Look at their dead wide, right? Catherine Tate, Karen Gillan, David Tennant. She knows
What day is it?
What day is it on?
I'm just looking at a thing right now. I got 8 seconds to go before I get to the beginning of the trailer again. Sunday 17th, a week from today.
Oh, so it clashes with. Well, no, it doesn't because we've done the two-parter tonight.
We're ahead now, aren't we?
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do that next week because I do like the Fires of Pompeii.
Okay, excellent. We are
competition.
We're in simpatico for that. Fine. Let me do the. Okay, so I think the hashtag is okay. Well, it can't be the thing. Do the draw. The draw is Darren M. Darren M. Are you in the chat? You have won True Romance.
Darren M. Darren,
are you out there? I will.
If you're out there, you won a DVD or Blu-ray. Sorry,
DVD. Oh, Darren M. Yeah, hey, you won.
There you go. Darren, you won this True Romance there, my friend. Get in contact with Rabbi. That was brilliant. That's actually that was quick. By the way, guys, just as we said, have you thought of the hashtag that you want to use for the chase as well while Rabbi does next week's competition? And then we're going to say good night to Rabbi.
Down to it, we got a few good options that we'll go over. So I think next week let's do a bit of Doctor Who. A bit of Doctor Who that we all love about. Carnival of Monsters special edition, 2-disc special edition. It's got tons of new extras in it, and also has my custom made alternative covers, which I prefer a lot. So that's what we came out with. This one actually might have been made by Blacklight. He did a bunch himself, and then I just took the template and made my own ones when he stopped doing them. So anyway, what should we do? Miniscope. How about that? Hashtag Miniscope to win this one.
There you go. Hashtag Miniscope for Carnival of Monsters.
Okay, let's have a look at the different hashtag we saw. I saw a few. I saw this is funny, but we can't use this one. Your Salina Chase. Daleks versus Mechanoids, I think, is a very good one. Then what's the one we saw up here, which was really good? So good that I've forgotten it.
Right, well, whatever it is, we'll go with that one, Rabbi, because I know you want to go to bed.
I'm just going through the chat. Let me.
From tomorrow now, there'll be trailers going up. There'll be promo going up. And guys, if there's anybody, if you are interacting in other classic groups, right, and you just let people know that we're doing these tweet alongs, right? Last night's one was very successful. Even though we didn't get a trend, and the fact that I had seen people that are not even following, using that hashtag and tweeting their own little tweets up and little pictures up and little gifts was amazing.
Yeah, it was really nice. It
was. It actually, and I really did enjoy. I mean, look, that's such that you heard the whole panel. The whole panel will be back again next Saturday for that anyway. And it's good because it's a good panel. We've got Rabbi, who's the optimist. We've got me, who's I don't know what the militant. We've got Ballstreck, who, when he's not doing his videos and comes on to streams, Ballstreck just being Ballstreck. And then you've got Gary, who is a fountain of knowledge. That man, I tell you seriously, man, that merchandise and all he pulled out yesterday. I tell you, he always has some sort of knowledge, that guy. Even and he's right, when he was talking about the phone-ins, when we used to do the phone-ins, he was on every night, and he'd always have something to tell us, or some bit of trivia. So I'm glad he's actually on board with this because it's nice to have someone like that. Someone suggested that I bring Ian on as well. Jordan, one of them. I think that's a great suggestion. I will get in touch with Ian and see if he wants to do next week's one with us. And because I think he's starting to do his own videos again on his YouTube channel. I think he's been doing a few. So yeah. So
I was going to say I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow to check the stream. The live chat only goes back to like 5 to 11, like 35 minutes. So I can't. It was before.
Do you have any idea what the hashtag was like?
I'll just look it up in the morning for me.
Right. Well, once a rabbi gets that hashtag, he's got one in mind. He lets me know, and then I'll get my video done. I can't get my video done until I know the hashtag.
I will.
Rabbi, this is 6. I think this is 6 parts, isn't it? The chase is 6 parts, so we'll have to put it on. We'll have to start early. Because we started at 7:30 last night, so we'll have to start earlier, I think. So what about 6:30?
I'm not sure I can make that early. It's the Sabbath goes out around.
Right, 7.
7's probably the earliest I could do. Yeah.
Right, we'll start at 7. I'm only thinking of you, pal, because we got.
I know. Listen, I'm a. I
well, they're 20 minutes long, so I suppose we'll get through. But but of course, me and Rabbi will be informing Philip Morris and everybody else, and I want to thank actually Philip Morris again for coming on to the chat and providing some information as well. Actually, while we were watching, it was interesting to hear some of the stuff that he was talking about. So that was it. Right, Rabbi, go on. I'll let you go.
Thank you very much. I'm going to say good night to everybody and have a
pleasure for joining me again. Right, I really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you soon, my friend.
All right, toodle pip.
See you later, pal.
Bye.
I have it on video, but I don't have a working video player anymore. Listen, there's I seen your next comment, Sadako. I'm not going to I'm not going to justify what you just said in the second comment, but if you can find a way of watching it, the chase, I don't know if it's on Pluto TV. I don't know if it's on BritBox. Philip Morris picked this episode or this story, so and it's one we're looking forward to. I watched the trailer last night, obviously because I'm going to be working. There you go. It's on BritBox's Blue Bonnet Whovian. So if you have, and I know not everybody has BritBox, but if you have BritBox, you'll definitely get it there, guys. So yeah, listen, we want to get this, and I'd ask me friends as well in the chat as well if you could do me a favor, actually. If while you are doing a stream, especially if it's a Classic Who stream that you are doing, if you could actually let people know that the Classic Who lockdown tweet along and watch alongs are happening on the Tardis Zone official. Make sure he's put official YouTube channel though, because I did have a Tardis Zone group that I started that was just for slideshow videos, but because it was on an old phone, I can't remember the email address, so it's just actually sitting there. So just make sure you put the Tardis Zone official YouTube channel, because it directs them to that one anyway. Because if you don't, it'll direct them to the other one. But if you could do that, just a little bit of promotion. And of course, we have our panel, but if anybody else, I know Blue Bonnet has asked to join one. Blue Bonnet, you're more than welcome back on this channel anytime. You know that. You are, as far as I'm concerned, you're part of me panels anyway. Even though you have your own channel and you do your own thing, you've been part of this channel, so you always have your spot on this panel. Same with you, Daniel, as well. As you know, you always have a spot here, and we'll be doing a lot of others as well. Listen, I might be doing Inferno during the week myself, because someone asked if we could do Inferno. And I love that story. I have it on DVD there. So I was thinking of doing it during the week myself. So if Blue Bonnet and Daniel, if you would like to join me, and Gary, if you would like to join, we'll probably do it Wednesday because I want to start doing, you know, unless something big happens, if Cornell or Manip or any of those idiots open their mouths, then I'll have something different to say. But like Wednesday, we could do it if you just want to do it Wednesday. I mean, I have Inferno there. You come on the panel, we could talk about it. And, well, you let me know, Blue Bonnet, what time UK time, if you can calculate it, because I'm crap at that. If you can calculate what time UK time you're available at, and then we'll work the stream around you. Don't worry about it. And again, if you haven't watched the classic one that we did last night, too, with the Cybermen, please do. There was some interesting discussion. We had a bit of a laugh as well. And you can really see the whole panel are just enjoying themselves. And we will have the panel back next week, and we're doing the chase. Can't wait. The fact that Paul Streck is going to be on 2 weeks in a row as well kind of puts a big smile on my face. Oh, and by the way, I don't know because if it's a direct result of the classic watch along that we did last night, but my sub count has jumped. I've been dead still. Seriously, I'm not gonna lie. You know me, I've always been open. I was losing subscribers for some weird reason, right, for the last couple of weeks. Right, maybe it's because I've been ranting and raving, which is understandable. But last night, my sub count just jumped back up. Every arrow. I can admit this because I don't care, right? Because it's never really about that for me. It's the content anyway. But every arrow was down, was on the red, right? I look at my YouTube channel today, and everything is back up again, and it just put a smile on my face. So, Blue Bon, I agree with you. I think people are hungry for Classic Who. And, I was angry that the other side wouldn't do it. But look at it, it's an opportunity now. It's an opportunity now. I'm going to embrace it fully. And as I said, I've even put on the Twitter account home of the Classic Who lockdown because it is. This is going to be the home. And I'm not saying that it is. There's other channels out there doing the same thing. And by the way, I'm not dismissing those channels either. And if you do have classic watch alongs, let me know. I will promote it. As I said, even last night, Jordan Air one, I even said, go and watch Tardis Monkeys one after hours because we clashed. And that guy has me blocked. And it doesn't matter. Don't care if they're doing a Classic Who watch along. I will support it. So if anybody is doing a Classic Who watch along, let me know. I will support it. I'll give your channel a shout out and tell everybody to flood over to your channel. It's as simple as that. I will support anybody that does a watch along. But, I mean, I just want people to be happy. I want to be happy. And it's starting to cheer me up a bit now. These last few weeks, especially, have been rough, I think, for us all. You know, so it's as Daniel said earlier, it's bred new life into me. I'd kind of given up. I don't know about you. As I was having this conversation last night with someone, and I said this. I says, "Man, I think this is a kind of a truth." Well, with me, it is, but and I don't want to keep harping on about. But Series 12 for me didn't just kill me passion for Doctor Who. It actually killed me passion in general for TV. I seriously, there's been days here, sure, we haven't even put on the TV. It's just, I don't know. I just see everything else that's happening. It's not just Doctor Who, but I think that's what it is. I've just gotten turned off TV. It's ruined everything. And it shouldn't really, But I don't know. This thing has hit. Look. I'm gonna be honest. This whole timeless children, what Chris Chibnall has hurt me and affected me more than I've realized. And it's really, I don't know. It's just tainted. I had to reset my brain by watching all the. Yeah, yeah, Blue. But yeah, exactly. I mean, I was even saying shit, an ad for Misfits came up. Now I know it's not that old, but I was like, we should watch that again because it'll just be like. I remember watching it at the time. It put a smile on my face, and that's what I'm thinking. This is why, like, look, I watched Tomb of the Cybermen a few weeks back when this watch along was first suggested. When I suggested it, I was kind of like, I kind of had me doubts. I'm gonna be honest. I was like, well, I've already watched it. Do I really want to do it again? I was like, I don't really want to. But then I did me trailer first, and I messed up. I put the wrong day. But when Rabbi did the thumbnails, I did the posters, I start getting a little bit excited. Then I seen his trailer, and then I really got excited. And then I got so excited that I decided to do another trailer because I'd messed up. So I deleted my original trailer and I threw up another one. And then the comments that I was getting on that trailer then just convinced me that this was the right thing to do. I mean, someone uh, said this trailer, even though there's no footage in this trailer, I just put up, but I use little gadgets on it and little effects on the video. And people were saying this even though this is just this, it scared me, and I was like, okay, I'm on board. And then last night, you seen what happened. So yeah, I think everybody is right now, and I've noticed it's not just me, Blue Bonnet, Daniel, or you guys in the chat there. I've noticed with Gary and other YouTubers as well. It's kind of like it is. We've kind of reset it, and you'll notice that. Have you noticed that a lot of YouTubers now are actually delving into classic shows? They're actually going back and doing stuff like that. It's because I think we're finally telling these people that we're rejecting their idea of entertainment, and we're going back to entertainment that made us feel good about ourselves, that put a smile on on our faces, that was just purely to entertain. And that's what I miss about not just Doctor Who, but Star Trek, even Star Wars. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I'd sit down and watch a Star Wars movie, especially the older ones. The prequels, I didn't mind, they weren't great, but I wasn't as critical as other people. I just thought it was just, the use of CGI in those prequels was just, George, I know you were given, you had a certain idea, but man, come on, less of the CGI, buddy. But yeah, so I mean, I can understand where everybody is with it. Um, and that's why I won't. I know I look. I know I said we won't talk about Series 12, but as you know, I am trying my best, and you can tell I'm not talking about as much as I used to. But it's still very hard to kind of flush it completely out my system. But I am trying. There will come a day where I won't mention this era at all. But right now, I'm not at that place. I know there is some people that are, and I'm delighted. I'm envious, to be quite honest, which is I wish I was at that position. I was in that position, but I'm not right now. But these classic watch alongs are helping me, so I'm going to continue to do them. So the chase is next week, next Saturday, and then obviously then after that one, then we'll make a decision on what the next one is going to be. Personally speaking, we did say Cyberman story, Dalek story, then back to Cyberman story. So we'll say we'll pick. I'm gonna be. We'll have to be clever though with some of these choices though. as you know, you ourselves, we'll have to be clever by some of the choices because there will be certain episodes or stories, I should say, that are going to be very very hard to get access to. But there'll be some out there that won't. So yeah, so that's why I think these are worth doing. Um, I did do a few on this channel previously, and I have to be honest, you know, I didn't think they weren't going down well at first. But in the last few weeks, I have noticed. I think especially after what happened on Twitter. Now, it doesn't matter what side of it you're on, whether you think Philip Morris, you know, was right or wrong to go and say, well, what's the story with doing a classic watch-along, right? I think he was right. Why not ask? You're only asking. But of course, it turned nasty. Maybe that's what's happened. Maybe because people have seen the way he was treated and seen the way the whole thing actually panned out. Because people were jumping the gun with Philip Morris and not actually looking at what Philip Morris had rolled up in the first place. They were calling him the bully. Some people were saying, "Oh, I was a fan of yours for a very long time, but you're coming across as this, that, and the other." No, he isn't. He's only fighting the corner. He was only asking a question and then turned into this big, ugly thing. I'm just, and I think that's the turning point. And honestly, Paul Cornell, I know I keep bringing him up, and I will keep bringing him up because that man, he's just, yeah, he's just showed his true colors anyway. If you haven't really seen that video, though, you really need to go and watch it, though. I'm not messing. And you actually need to share it as well. I'm actually surprised some people that actually don't really like me have actually seen the video and have actually said to me, I don't always agree with you, but this is actually banging about. Actually, someone wrote in the comments, I went to check his Twitter account to see if you are telling the truth. Because some people do, even though I do a video and it's in black and white, there's still people that will accuse me of making shit up, right? So this person was basically saying, not saying I was making stuff up, but was saying, I went in to see, go into their Twitter account to see if this was for real. And I went in to find out that I'm blocked. Oh, this is real. This is really happening. Yes, it is really happening. We've been telling the truth. I've been telling the truth on this channel all along. I told you. Nobody ever believes me. Only you guys, but nobody else ever believes me, and it kind of annoys me. Because I see these things. Blue Bonnet sees these things. Everybody sees these things before everybody else. All their followers. I do not believe for 1 second that we're the only intelligent people. I can't. Society can't be that stupid, can it? Obviously, it is. I believe me because he blocked me, and you are not me. LOL. Blue Bonnet, I tell you. Fucking ridiculous it is to carry on with him. By the way, and I'm not slagging his religion, and I'm going to be careful here, but he's Christian, apparently. Now, if he's a Christian, all I'd just like to say to Paul Cornell is that that's not very Christian-like behavior, though, is it? I thought you're all about forgiveness. People have flaws, And by the way, I don't believe for 1 second that anybody that doesn't like Jodie Whittaker, the Doctor, is flawed. I want to actually correct that. But what I will say is just there is a small minority, and we will agree with you on this one. Everybody in the chat will agree with me on this one. We do know that there is a small minority of fans out there that you have labelled all these isms and whatever, right, is 100% spot on. You're correct. But the problem that we have is that there seems to be a generalization. What you've done is that anybody that has a problem with Jodie Whittaker, and it doesn't matter whether they have valid opinions that have nothing to do with our gender, but got to do with more of our acting or whatever it is, then you label them too. it's like you tar them all with the one brush, right? I mean, you're English, Mr. Cornell. I'm Irish, right? So if I was like you, well, then I would be nasty to you every day of your life until the day that you're, till the day that you died, because of what your government or whatever your establishment did to my country. But there's a thing called moving on. Getting over it, getting over the fact that things happen, that people have different opinions. I just, I mark my words, this is why I'm so angry. And I said it earlier, and you think I'm telling you, I know me gut. My gut so far has been pretty good. He's going to be writing for Series 13. I'm telling you right now. Or he's doing something connected to Doctor Who. He is not licking that much ass, right? He's not putting those tweets out there for nothing. These tweet alongs are superb. You're right, Spitfire Mark, and thank you for actually diverting my attention back to what we should be actually talking about. But just one last thing though. If you haven't checked out that Paul Cornell video, please do. And check out the Tomb of the Cybermen tweet along discussion stream. It was actually very good. Rabbi was guesting Ballstreck, and we had Gary as well, Gary Akers, Retro Doc, and myself. Actually, you will see that I wasn't really talking much, Jordan, that watch along. I just left the lads to their own devices last night. I was doing the whole Twitter thing, retweeting people's Twitter tweets, I should say. Yeah, if anybody seen me Twitter feed last night, yeah, it would have been all Patrick Troughton. They're probably annoyed now at this stage. Yeah, he is. Gary is like Mr. Android. He just has this. I know, and he pulls out merchandise that even probably Ian doesn't even have. The guy is just full of knowledge. Isn't that right, Ted? How are you, buddy? You here to say hello to me? Thank you. Thank you. Right, I'm gonna finish up now. Right, I'm gonna say goodnight. Hold on. Right, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. So we'll be back. What's it? Sunday. We'll be back tomorrow anyway. I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. What do we do tomorrow? Oh yeah, and don't forget every Friday now. Every Friday, because I have to plug this as well. Because every Friday now we have a brand new stream or brand new show, whatever you want to call it, every Friday night where we talk about UFOs, aliens, conspiracies, you name it. It's called the Blue Book Zone. For anybody that doesn't know why I picked the name, just to let you know, there was an investigation. There was an investigation conducted by the U.S. I think it was Air Force, and it was called Project Blue Book. So that's the reason for the name. So we call it the Blue Book Zone. So come and join me on every Friday for the Blue Book Zone. If you haven't watched the first one, please do. We were talking about the moon. Show you some interesting footage as well. So go and check that out as well. Listen, guys, thanks for joining me. Thank you, everybody who was moderating in the chat. Thanks, Daniel, as usual, for keeping the chat on its toes, as always. And thank you, everybody in the chat that actually contributed tonight. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the support. By the way, if you are subscribed to me, just make sure that you still are. I haven't said that in a long time. Because YouTube is still doing their thing, and just make sure that you still are getting notified. Because the one thing I have, and Blue Bonnet and Daniel will attest to this because they run YouTube channels. Some people are not getting notifications to our videos or our live streams. and they're getting them after the fact, right? So just make sure that you're still notified. I think there is something you could do on your actual phone itself or your computer in the settings that makes sure that you get these notifications no matter what. So that might be worth looking into, guys. Because, you know, as I said, until this disaster is finished, until this whole thing and we get back to some sort of normality, YouTube is going to be still skeleton crew. And, you know, we're not getting put. Look, the one thing, do you know what's very evident? And I didn't realize that, you know, I was actually being put in the who to watch or whatever you want to call it, because there'll be some people on Twitter saying, why is the Tardis Zone videos being recommended? He's an ass, right? Not the usual. And I've actually noticed now that YouTube's on a skeleton crew, and that's not the case anymore, because obviously every YouTube channel out there is suffering right now. So I think the point I'm trying to make is we rely on you guys a lot more than ever right now. And trust me, we all appreciate it. Every little bit of support, whether it's a super chat or a contribution in the chat, whether it's sharing their streams, liking their streams, you know, subscribing to the channel, everything helps. So, and Daniel actually has as well, and I want to mention this because Daniel took it upon himself because he wanted a place where YouTubers could put all their streams and promote YouTube channels. It's called Daniel's YouTube Hub. It's on Facebook. I would highly recommend that if you do have a YouTube channel and you are trying to get out there, Daniel's YouTube Hub is the place to put your stream. Trust me, we're all in there as well. Me, Blue Bonnet, Daniel, the whole lot of us, that most of us that are actually in this chat are in there. So if you do have a new YouTube channel, come in. We'll support you. You know, we're more than willing to help any upcoming YouTuber, or even if you're on YouTube a while and you want some promotion, Daniel's YouTube Hub is there for you. And well done, Daniel. And Daniel, as far as I know, will be back on his channel pretty soon as well. He has been on Blue Bonnet's channel doing some streams there with Gary, so go and check them out as well. So yeah, so that's there you go. The Daniel has put the channel up there. Daniel, do me a favor, put Blue Bonnet's channel up there, your own channel, YouTube channel, Rabbi's channel as well, and Jason's, because Jason hasn't been on in a while as well. So put Jason Scott's channel up as well. Thanks. Really appreciate that. Let's get them all out there today. Why not? And I've already spoke to Jason. Actually, I think I sent him a message about the UFO stream. So hopefully, I don't know if you replied back to me. My head's been all over the place. So if you have, forgive me. But if he already has, I mean. But I hope to get Jason on Friday for that. If he has already replied back to me, obviously, I'm sorry, I don't know what. Oh yeah, there. So Blue Bonnet says yeah, he's excited. So he's obviously said yeah. So Friday we'll have Jason on, because myself and Jason did a UFO stream on his channel. We've done UFO streams before, myself and Jason. So yeah, so can't wait because we had a very interesting debate, and I have that stream with Lee as well. The electrical universe stream coming up as well. So we have loads coming. Listen, there's something for everybody. There's Doctor Who, classic Doctor Who. There's new Who. You're gonna have aliens, UFO conspiracies, whatever. We're gonna have, as I said, we're gonna be talking about other stuff as well. Don't forget, by the way, I don't want to forget this either, just in case you have thinking I have forgotten about the second episode of Educating Planks. I haven't. Just that was pushed back because of everything that happened with Tomb of the Cybermen, and because I didn't think it'd go as well as it did, and it just put a huge smile on my face because it did go so well. So I will be doing that. So we'd be educating Manip Gill and Ben Cook, as I said. They put both of them put up separate tweets, but are kind of connected, and you'll see what I mean by that when I do it. So that educating planks, yeah, that'll be during the week as well. So that'll probably be a pre-record instead of a live stream. I know I did the last one live, but I'll probably do these as pre-records now. But if you haven't watched the first one, it was on Mr. Tardis Reviews. Actually go and watch it. For me, listen, I'm not bragging, but I actually thought it was a good stream, to be honest with you. And I'll tell you why. I got straight to the point. I showed he said he didn't understand that something, so I basically showed him why he is basically a clown, and that he should really keep his mouth shut before he actually says something, especially something stupid like that. But as I said at the time, he already knew why fans had a problem with Paul Cornell, but I just made sure and hammered home that point. So if you haven't watched the series Educating Planks, episode 1 of Mr. Tardis Reviews is there as well. Listen, we will have loads up and coming on this channel. We'll have loads of guests. We'll have streams with me ranting away, because I'm still not finished calling these idiots out, and I will continue to call these idiots out, because at the end of the day, they have made me fall out. Well, they haven't made me fall out in love with Doctor Who, because that would be impossible. But what they have done is they have made me hate something with that name right now, and that's unforgivable in my opinion. This is a show that has always lifted me up. And Paul Cornell and the rest of them will be exposed. And I have people out there, by the way, just before I do go, and I know I said I was going 20 minutes ago, but you know me on this channel, I keep going anyway. But I just want to say, there is other people out there that I don't really mention. I have mentioned them before, but I don't mention them too often. But I'd like to thank the likes of Marie, obviously Daniel as well, and all those others that send me emails, that send me articles, that even send me screenshots of stuff that's going on with certain people that we're keeping an eye on. I really appreciate it. I actually have a couple of tweets to throw up later on. Actually, do you know what I might do? I might just get everything that I've been given lately and just throw it all in the video files and just throw it up and let you actually have look at it. It'll be random tweets and random stuff that was found, and it just puts you into the mind of these people, their mindset, and it's just yeah. Imagine, yeah. I won't get into it because we don't want to go there. Right, Blue Bonnet's channel is up there, and we have the Titanic to do as well. Of course, we do. So I forgot about that. We do that. I was going to do. Actually, we'll have to get that Titanic one done. And actually, we've got movies to do as well. Remember, see, we got loads to do. See, everything is starting to pile up now, but it's good because we've got content to keep us going. Because me and Rabbi still have to do War of the Worlds, the Time Machine. Damn. So again, we have loads. I might have to start doing some of them on the Irish Geek, to be honest with you. But yeah. So Blue Bonnet's channel has gone up. I hope you put your own one up there as well, Daniel, because I want to make sure that you did, because you deserve the support as well. And listen, if you haven't subscribed to the other two channels, Blue Bonnet's or Daniel's, please do. They're very good friends of mine. But not only that, they put out some great content. And, they give a bit of variety. Daniel and Blue Bonnet, they do Big Finish. But Blue Bonnet also does other reviews of other TV shows as well. I know Daniel has done a few wrestling streams as well, if I'm correct. and does other stuff as well. But please do support them, because they're two YouTubers that I'm very protective of, and not only that, very fond of. So please do. Haha, Noel, if you get piece to make it from Ted and Cheryl, trust me, making these models is best when nobody is around for hours. I just don't have the patience, mate. This is why I want to do it, because I'm not a very patient person, as you can tell. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see me. It probably will be a failure, just like the Titanic. Right, I'm gonna head. Yeah, once Daniel's 1,000 subs, and I will come on his channel and review The Big Finish, The Pirates with Colin Baker, Daniel's favorite episode. Oh yeah, I heard there is a little bit of a deal there in place. So yeah, let's make sure that happens. Actually, listen. There's over 1,500 people subscribe to me. At least half of yous will push their channels closer to that target. Actually, if half of yous were to subscribe to Blue Bonnet's channel, she'd be over that threshold. She's not far away from 1,000. Daniel, how many subs do you actually have? I just want to see how many subs he actually has. Just let us know how many subs you have, Daniel. It's actually sad to think about the fact that when Daniel set up his channel, he had gone a few weeks and then he was deciding to pack it all in, because he was a bit disheartened. But I'm glad he stuck at it. 107. Well, come here. Thinking about how long you have your channel, if you think about, you're doing better than me at this stage than I was. Remember, I was on, what was it, 57 subscribers for almost a year. So you've done well, right? 107. Let's at least get him up before we leave. Before I leave, we'll give it another 5 minutes, right? So do us a favor, guys. If you haven't already subscribed to Daniel's channel, please do. And in 5 minutes' time, Daniel, let me know if your count has changed. So 893, and I will subject myself to that awful Big Finish, and we shall review it. Wow. You really don't like it, don't you? Not well. You made a bet, so if Daniel can get there, which I firmly do believe he will get there. I said it from the beginning when he used to come onto this channel. Daniel has so much to offer, so and people can see that. I mean, 107 people so far can see that. So let's hope the rest of the fandom can see that. So yeah, Blue Bonnet doesn't like that. So if you want to see Blue Bonnet cringe, right, because it's one she really doesn't want to do. Trust me, there was a whole thing. I looked at the thread, was funny. She doesn't want to do this, so I do, because I love seeing people cringe. I just don't like seeing myself cringe, but I don't mind seeing other people cringe. So let's get Daniel up to 1,000 subscribers so we can see Blue Bonnet cringe. And Kip Ellis has just subscribed to the both of you. So already we're getting somewhere. Right, that's good. That's brilliant. And thank you, Kip. Really appreciate it that you've supported these guys. They really are good friends of mine. They've supported this channel from day one, and they have also then went out and did their own thing and set up their own YouTube channels, and I'm absolutely delighted, proud of the two of them. They've worked so hard, two of them. Deserve it. Sometimes I'll promote a YouTuber on this channel, and I'll be honest, I regretted it afterwards, because then the true colours start to show, and then you see that they were using you, right? But then there's YouTubers like Blue Bonnet, as I said, and Daniel, and the hard work that they put in to their channels, their videos. They're the kind of channels I want to be promoting. Channels that, that actually put in the work. I remember Blue Bonnet when she set up the channel, and she won't mind me saying this. And she sent me a message. She said, I tell you, this YouTube thing, there's a lot of work involved in it, isn't there? And there is. People think it's just throwing video. There's not. There's a lot of work goes into it. And the fact that Blue Bonnet is stuck at it and Daniel's stuck at it, because it's not easy running a YouTube channel. It's not. It's not, and I'm being honest. It takes this a special kind of person, and that's why I knew Blue Bonnet and Daniel would be fine, because they can hold. Look at this. First of all, especially a YouTube channel, one of the first things you probably have to have is a bit of resilience, and those two have it. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say that three of us haven't gotten upset over things. Of course we do. We're human. But you do need a certain... You do need... I think backbone is the wrong word to use, but you definitely need some guts to have a YouTube channel, because there's a lot of fake outrage out there. Doesn't matter what subject you do, right? Someone will always find something, right? And once you insult one, or you think that you've insulted one or upset one, then that one then becomes 2, 3, and then before you know it, then there's a whole shitstorm on you. And Daniel got it in the early days. Even Blue Bonnet got it in the early days. I mean, the horrible names that the two of them were called when they first started their streams, including... we all get called horrible names, but when you see friends of yours, then they set up on their own, then you see them because they've been on your channel, and it is, and I know it is. If these guys didn't know me, I know for a fact they wouldn't be getting half of the grief that they get sometimes. And that's the one thing that kind of does... I always have a little bit of regret about, because I didn't always set out this channel to be a channel that was going to be negative about Doctor Who, because I didn't want to be negative about Doctor Who. I wanted to be positive. We watched the 2 series, we just didn't like it, and of course there is a consequence to that. If you're negative about something today, unfortunately the people around you, that are your friends, get affected. But it's one regret I always have, and it's the one thing that actually really does get under my skin, that other people have been caught up in my crossfire because they support me. And it's not fair, because those people do have their own independent thought. They just happen to agree with me on certain issues. It doesn't make them any better or any worse as a person. It's just their opinion. Oh yeah, that's enough of me being... But look, if any of you have ever felt that I've put you in the crossfire, I just want to put it on the record now and just say I'm sorry. It was never my intention. It never was. As you know, it never is. If I see someone attacking someone, I know, you know me, I just cannot just sit on the fence. I have to say something. You're my friends, and I'll always do that. And that's what it's all about. Right. We will continue to do our thing anyway. We'll continue to do our videos, do our content, and we'll see where we go. But all I'll just say is we've made a lot of friends, so that's one good thing. Right, listen, I'm gonna go. Look after yourselves. Have a good one. We're gonna be back tomorrow, and stay safe. Look after yourselves, and
We will see you tomorrow. Good night.